Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Ross, and of course we are in my living room. In this video today, I'm going to show you guys some stuff I picked up at the Sussex Flea Market 3 weeks ago. It'll be 4 weeks ago by the time I get this video edited and uploaded. And something I picked up from Train World to help complete what's in the styrofoam. So what we're looking at here is a bunch of stuff that came together for $100 at the Sussex Flea Market there in New Brunswick. And what I wanted out of it was the track that was on the inside, but the guy wouldn't separate the track out as separate parts. And it turns out this is the authentic original Oak Canada Express collection. Each issue is handcrafted. So basically, if you were to order this set, everything would be handcrafted, right, with additional cars and stuff. But yeah, what we have here is a Caboose and the track, still and sealed. Now, I've never owned anything ON30, but this is pretty cool. However, I did look up online, and I'm pretty sure this is all 100% Bachmann. It's got pickups, so everything's supposed to light up too. And of course, looking at Train World stuff, which I'll have a picture here over playing in a moment, kind of showing that, yeah, it's basically just a re-editioned Bobber Caboose. But that is still pretty cool. And then, of course, the rest of these boxes, we've got other pieces of rolling stock. We'll set up here in a moment. We have a haze bumper with a switch and a passenger car. Come on out. This one details, I'm thinking, British Columbia. Yes. The British Columbia on there. The mountains. Going into Alberta. Mountie on there. Put that down. Inside here, we have a boxcar. All the detailing and fittings. Don't know how well it comes up on the camera. Oh, hang on. These doors do open. But I'm going to leave them closed, not to wreck the detailing. Then we have another passenger car. Plastic. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I went on the Bedford Exchange. We can order these, and it comes in issued sets. Which one would be in the Locomotive, and then the next set was some cars and track, and then the third issue was some more track and the power for it. Cannot complete this set without a locomotive, and it's not the new Rapido A and B unit as seen in the box. Nope, this is the ON30 locomotive I ordered to go with this because after looking at the pictures, again, right here somewhere, I'll pop it up, and the one with that Bachmann front stock, it's the same thing. The only difference is it doesn't have the flags on the front, right? But it was the appropriate 260, and if I get my knife into the, look at that, lots of packing. I have to recycle these too. I know I do. And here it is in foam with the Spectral. Now this is cool. It's got a protective cap over the front of it. But yeah, here's the one I went with. It's an unlettered, unnumbered 260 steam locomotive, and of course narrow ON30 narrow gauge. ON30 260 steam locomotive tender, DCC equipped and sound ready. Painted, unlettered black. I'll try to zoom that in after the editing. Or better yet, yeah. In case anybody else wants to order this one, there you go. So, we have a very hefty box. Alright. So, I think I'm just going to grab right here. There we are. I don't seem to see any other extras. Oh wait, we have separate brake rigging underneath. Okay, so I said, forget the brake rigging. It's going to be a pain to get in there without pliers. But I do have our test track set up. And just to do note, the track from this little collector set, it might be a bit of an older set because there's a different hue in the grays between my Easy Command set and the stuff that came with it. And of course the switches themselves, whoever set up at the assembly line didn't do a very good job. Buckman quality, right? But it's all hooked up, it works together. And now I'm going to put the train on the track and we're going to see how this thing runs. Now I just spent numerous minutes getting the tender and locomotive to hook up. Because there's a wire underneath it, you got to hook up or gently pull out the tender and hook in the locomotive so you get to power the whole thing. And even when you get that done, the drawbar isn't in a very good position for it either. But the drawbar has two options. It's got a looser setting and a tighter setting. I'm on the looser setting because I'm on an 18-inch radius curve and I don't want to snag up and break. So now, let's get some power to this thing. Well, saw a light blip. That's a good sign. There's the light. So that's step one. I wonder if we have a reversing light. I don't think we do on this thing. But right out of the box, that's real smooth. I don't need to run the light on this thing. Take it for a spin. And I believe all these switches are set to go around the big loop. Nope, they're not. I'm just going to let this run in for a little bit. And then I'll put the cars on the track. And of course, it is now 2:39. I gotta get ready for work. So I'm going to eat, and we'll be back to film tomorrow. So several hours later, and not the next day, we're still on the same day. I just couldn't wait to do this. I'm just so excited. I'm going to set these cars up and see if this locomotive can pull it. It did enough laps during my lunch that I figured, okay, going forwards, it should be fine. Did a few laps backwards. Should be alright. So I'm going to get these hooked up and pray my cat doesn't destroy everything. Okay, so it's all hooked up. I got power on the track. And unfortunately, I did break off one of the little brake rails. I mean, when they packed the plastic in, they fold them in behind it, and I went to gently pull it out, and it snapped. Like, just brutally snapped. So, gotta glue that back on at some point. Anywho, let's get some lights on this train. And shut the lights off and see how everything looks. Alrighty. Caboose don't light up too well. Oh, there's the culprit. So this 260 Moogle that would originally come with the set would have pulled all the pieces that come with it. And once more, we're having problems with the Caboose. So this is the Caboose Bar, is like an alternate version of it. You'd think, like, look at this, how tight this is. So already, if you were to own this set, you'd be filling around trying to get this to be a little smoother. And of course, another derailment. I notice there's a bit of a squeak coming out of my locomotive now. It's because of the weight of the load. Or because I was pushing up and down with the load on the back, getting all hooked up. Yeah, it's got a bit of a squeak in it now. Wasn't there earlier when I ran it in. So next on my list of items was this. I already own this set, but the locomotive that came with it, the guy said it was returned because of a broken axle pin or wheel pin, and I figured, you know what, this guy had this set for sale. The box, of course, is already opened, but claims nothing was removed, and everything is still, of course, there, including the bits and pieces you need for the locomotive, the finished accessories. What I want to figure out is, does this have the same problem as the one I have? I've looked it over, and it doesn't, but can I reproduce it by accident? So I'm just going to take this guy out and see if it even runs. Okay, so this is the first time I've had this on the track. It's hooked up, the loop around wire in the back's hooked up. And of course it's not DCC, it's DC. And get some power. And hopefully got the right direction. There's the headlight. It's kind of weak running. Well, the other one's now a parts train, so I can always switch bulbs, I guess. I wish there was an option to bring the tender just a little bit closer. Oh look, we do have a backup light. But yeah, I wish there was an option to bring the tender closer, but they set these sets up to be on 18-inch radius curves. Good, this one does work. So far, no issues. Light's getting better. I guess when it runs in,